The Nightbeat starts right now.
Up first tonight, we are taking a live look at a standoff between SAPD and a shooting suspect over on the west side. We've been following this story since it started around 3 o'clock today.
Obviously a big active scene there. We know that San Antonio police responded to a shooting call on West Highway 90 near West Military Drive. And here's what we know. A man barricaded himself inside a mobile home after police discovered that another man had been shot.
That man, a 50-year-old who was found on the ground wounded. Eventually, he was taken to the hospital. Hostage negotiators and SWAT officers have been on that scene all evening. We'll be sure to continue to follow this developing story and give you the latest information as soon as it becomes available.
Now, in other news tonight, police are investigating a homicide that ended the life of a 67-year-old last night. The suspect in this case, 22-year-old Dylan Salas. Police took him into custody. He's accused of shooting and killing Daniel Salas. Police say that he opened fire after 9 p.m. at a home on Cub Path, not too far from Potranco Road and 1604. Investigators say that the two were having an argument, and now Dylan Salas faces a murder charge. In other news, while trying to prevent violent crime, San Antonio police officers spent 4 years taking 16,000 guns off the street.
Yeah, it's a colossal figure that illustrates the department's push to remove weapons that should not be on the streets.
The night team's Dylan Collier digs deep to see how that impacted the community in tonight's Defenders Report.
I was just thinking today he made me laugh.
On what would have been her son Aaron's 30th birthday,
Putting it out there, who did this?
Lori Rocha made another public plea for someone to come forward with information about his murder. Aaron Rocha was shot and killed 5 years ago. An innocent bystander in the back seat of an SUV riddled with bullets fired by someone in another vehicle near Huebner in Northwest Military. Police have described the unsolved case as a road rage shooting.
They trailed him down and opened fire between here, and by the time they got to this intersection, my son was dead.
Gun violence is something the San Antonio Police Department is acutely aware of. Case in point, its firearm seizure numbers. Over 4 years, from June 2017 through the end of this May, SAPD confiscated more than 15,700 guns, including 857 in a 2-month period earlier this year.
Our primary mission is to go after violent people and to take them into custody and get them off the street.
Sergeant Philip Borsier is a supervisor with SAPD's Street Crimes Unit. It follows the numbers to patrol high crime areas where violent offenses are spiking.
Is it accurate to say, because you've been there for a while and you've played a role in this, that the streets of San Antonio are safer because you've had this prolonged effort to remove these guns?
Absolutely. I think, we remove guns on a regular basis. And again, we're not removing legally possessed firearms. We're removing firearms from people that should not have them.
But when plotting gun seizures against violent crimes reported in San Antonio, they move together a majority of the time, meaning seizing firearms isn't a standalone solution moving forward. When gun seizures have spiked, violent crime hasn't bottomed out in San Antonio. An expert at St. Edward's University in Austin offers a theory why.
It's going to be very hard for police, I think, to prevent those sorts of situations.
Dr. Karsten Andreessen, Associate Professor of Criminal Justice, points to data showing Texas is saturated with guns. The state saw a 69% increase in these purchases from 2019 to 2020 alone.
You just simply have so many more guns that are available right now.
Andreessen says COVID and its associated lockdowns also may have caused an increase in gun-using behavior. And when these weapons fall into the wrong hands,
it's going to be a real dilemma and a real challenge for people.
It's a scenario Lori Rocha knows all too well.
The criminals are going to get the guns, no matter what the laws are.
What message do you have for the person who took your son's life?
So I'd like to know, truly, are you going to stand before God, a forgiven sinner or a convicted murderer? That's a thought for them.
For the Defenders, Dylan Collier, KSAT 12 News.
Friday is the 5-year anniversary of Aaron Rocha's murder. Anyone with information about his case is asked to call 210-224-7867. You can also submit tips at sacrimestoppers.com. Tips are anonymous, and you could receive up to $5,000 in reward money if your information leads to an arrest.
A convicted thief with a long history of accepting payments for work that he never finished is back in jail tonight. 49-year-old Carlos Elizondo was charged in connection to 2 felony theft charges. The KSAT defenders have told you about him before. They've investigated him and his former company, Law Enforcement Rescue Services. These new charges that we're telling you about stem from 2 cases where Elizondo allegedly accepted money to build a deck but never finished the job. Right now, his bond is set at $13 grand.
We have an update now on a story we first told you about last night on the Nightbeat. The man who was shot outside of Delicious Tamales has died. The Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office identifying him as 46-year-old David Garcia. That shooting happened in the restaurant's parking lot around 5 o'clock last night. San Antonio police say the 2 men got into an altercation with Garcia because he pulled into the drive-thru too fast. After the shooting, Garcia was taken to University Hospital where he later died from his injuries. Police tonight still looking for those 2 men.
San Antonio Roadrunner fans have a lot to be excited about this season. The team and the future of sports for UTSA, looking mighty good. The football team is 11-0 and the Conference USA Championship game just a few weeks away. The night team's Patty Santos speaks to fans.
They're going crazy this year. 11-0, we going crazy. We going all the way.
There's a lot of Roadrunner pride on campus this season.
It just gives us a lot of pride, whenever our UTSA merge.
Out at the campus bookstore, Blue and Orange is hot.
It's pretty cool to, have actually really good team and be very proud of them, in our school.
I got a shirt for my dad for his birthday.
The roaring excitement is catching on outside of campus. David Reyes has been keeping an eye on the team for years.
There's a new attitude, I guess you could say, and then I was thinking, okay, this year should be good.
And he wasn't wrong. This year, he's even sporting new gear and heading out to games for the first time.
Saturdays, everybody's wearing their UTSA gear.
Tickets for the championship game December 3rd at the Alamo Dome will be free for UTSA students. Get your tickets online now. Birds up, San Antonio.
A live picture right now of the Alamo Dome. You can see the UTSA colors shining bright here at the Alamo Dome. And people that have been to games in past seasons and in this season tell me there's definitely something different about it this season. There's a lot of energy and you kind of get caught up in the fever. And Tim, Estefania, this is kind of what I did. I got my first UTSA shirt, going to be sporting it as we head into that game. We'll send it back to you.
Fabulous. There's nothing like that winning spirit, right?
It's good to have that here in the Alamo City. It's good to see it. It's a first for us. Right now we're at 60 degrees. Not as cool as this time yesterday. Dew point's already up about 10 degrees just over the past 4 or 5 hours. So we're seeing some changes out there. And tonight's not going to be nearly as cold. We had some upper 30s out there this morning. Even a few parts of the hill country briefly dipped below freezing earlier today. Different story tomorrow morning. Mid 50s for pretty much all of us. Upper 40s at near 50 degrees in the hill country. Get ready for big changes as we head into Thanksgiving throughout the entire day. We've got some rain to talk about, temperature swings, and even more changes that you're going to notice into the weekend coming up, Steph.
All right, Adam, thank you so much. Now, making headlines, Brian Landry died by suicide. That's according to his autopsy that was released today, and that suicide was determined by dental records. Federal investigators had been looking for him for more than a month as police looked for clues after the death of his girlfriend, Gabby Petito. Someone found his skeletal remains last month in a Florida swamp. Now, the investigation into Petito's death, that's still being determined. Landry was a person of interest in her case. An autopsy for Petito showed that she died by strangulation.
The parents of an 8-year-old boy are mourning his loss after he succumbed to his injuries in connection to that fatal holiday parade crash in Wisconsin. The death toll tonight rising to 6 people. At least 48 others were injured. The suspect, 39-year-old Daryl Brooks, formally charged with first-degree intentional homicide. Brooks appearing to sob through that hearing today as the prosecutor detailed how he allegedly rammed his red SUV into the parade. Brooks entered no plea at his initial appearance today. His next day in court is due in January.
Now coming up, the wheels are in motion as a program that delivers meals to the needy prepares for Thanksgiving, and we're going to show you how.
And if you still plan on hitting the asphalt to go visit your family for the upcoming holiday, then listen up. We'll tell you how much gas prices you can expect to see at the pump there.
Also, a really sweet gesture during a tough time. We're going to tell you why these Methodist hospital nurses turned into wedding planners. All of that's coming up on the Nightbeat.
It was a wedding day to remember, but it wasn't your typical wedding. That ceremony taking place in a hospital. The night team's Lee Waldman with how a local hospital helped to make that couple's wedding day truly special during a very difficult time.
Ladies and gentlemen, with us, I present to you Mr. and Mrs. Fernando Nino Jr.
November 17th, a wedding ceremony to remember outside of Methodist Hospital's chapel.
It was a wonderful feeling because I couldn't ask for more than just him being alive. I sure didn't imagine that we'd ever get married.
Michelle's husband, Freddie Nino, got sick with COVID-19 in September. These pictures taken a day before he tested positive. A week later, he was rushed to the ER.
It's extremely difficult to see the person that you love almost die several over and over. It's really tough to see them not being able to breathe.
Before arriving to Methodist Hospital, he was treated at 2 other hospitals. But the damage, too much, and staff could no longer provide the care he desperately needed.
Like I said, the last hospital, I was told that he was not going to make it out.
Michelle finally got the call. He was going to Methodist in San Antonio to be placed on ECMO, a last-ditch effort to save critically ill COVID patients.
They're typically on our unit with us until their lungs start to recover and we can get them home.
Kyle was also a part of the team who organized a wedding Freddie and Michelle will never forget. With cake, cookies, and a therapy dog.
This was something extra special for all of us to actually see something that, you know, that they will be able to go home and spend the rest of their lives together.
And I don't think there's anything we really can say to show our gratitude. And the nurses from all the different hospitals that we've been at, they are amazing. They really are heroes.
Lee Waldman, KSAT 12 News.
Now, Michelle tells us she also contracted COVID herself from Freddie. Her symptoms were mild, though, due to her being vaccinated. Freddie does remain on the ECMO machine, but right now it looks like his prognosis is pretty positive. Congratulations to them.
And we're certainly rooting for you, Michelle and Freddie. All right. So that Thanksgiving road trip is going to gobble up more than just a few bucks. In San Antonio, AAA says that you're paying an average of $2.84 a gallon. And actually, that's kind of down a bit, which is partly in anticipation of President Biden's announcement that he's tapping into oil reserves. But one analyst that we spoke with says that we shouldn't expect to pay that much less.
I think we will see prices continue to inch down across San Antonio. We could see the average fall to maybe $2.75 or even $2.65 a gallon in the weeks ahead.
But there's also something else. That same analyst says that we have to see how OPEC is going to deal with or react to what the president is doing. It is possible that prices will go up even more. As of right now, gas prices are at an 8-year high.
Those high prices at the pump will not stop Meals on Wheels from delivering Thanksgiving feasts throughout the community on Thursday. Today, prep work was well underway, from them helping out the Raul Jimenez Thanksgiving dinner to doing their normal holiday delivery efforts. The meals given out will include 123 turkeys. That is nearly 2,000 pounds of turkey, 3,500 slices of pumpkin pie, green beans, mashed potatoes, stuffing, and yams, all the fixings. Volunteer spots are full, but monetary donations are always welcome. To donate, just go to our website at KSAT.com.
You were just talking about Thanksgiving, and I'm just thinking, holiday time is underway. A live cam right now. We're looking at Holiday in the Park at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. The colors there are looking lively, looking awesome right now. Temperature is 60 degrees.
All decked out there. Later this week, we'll see the Riverwalk lights turned on, and then the festive season will officially be underway, Adam.
It's already underway in my mind. So many neighbors already have their lights up. I'm just ready to dive right in. I love Thanksgiving too, and I know some people prefer to wait till after, but I'm ready for it. Bring it on. But get ready for some big weather changes. Humidity, it's back by tomorrow. You're going to notice the stickiness back in the air. Thanksgiving rain, temperature swings, and even gusty winds to talk about. Things are going to be changing all day long and significantly throughout Thanksgiving. Big temperature swings in the forecast. So let's get right to it here. First, I have to share this with you. Our beautiful sunset this evening. You know I love cirrus clouds, and that's what we had overhead this evening. And that gave us this beautiful display, those pinks that you get reflecting off the bottom of those clouds as that sun sets. 38 this morning in San Antonio at the airport. That's the coolest reading we've had since March 1st. And even in the hill country, Kerrville, Fredericksburg, for example, briefly dipped down to 31. That was earlier today. Not as cold again tonight or even the following night, and as we lead into Thanksgiving. Topped out at 71, a nice afternoon. Current readings right near 60. We're not seeing a big drop off because of an increase in the humidity, that southeasterly breeze off the Gulf, and even some clouds that are increasing as well. So Canyon Lake at 62, Kerrville 54, 59 Hondo and Divine, 62 in Pleasanton, and for the most part right around that 60-degree mark all across our area. This is what we're expecting by tomorrow morning. Mid-50s for most of us, some lower 50s in the hill country, but not nearly as chilly as what we had earlier today. And even locally, just for the most part, mid-55, really the popular number on the weather map tomorrow morning. That's what we're anticipating. Just about everywhere, about 55 degrees. So pretty uniform readings in the morning. By the afternoon, we're back into the 70s, but don't expect a whole lot of sunshine. Notice how our temperatures drop off as we get into Thanksgiving. Afternoon temperatures on Thanksgiving at 60 degrees. Same story into Friday. Saturday, we drop down into the mid to upper 50s for maximum temperatures that day. That's the warmest we'll get, is about 57 combined with some areas of rain. All right, let's talk dew points. Dewies are already up about 10 degrees from just a handful of hours ago. It's that southeasterly wind off the Gulf of Mexico, really pumping up our humidity levels, and it's going to affect us tomorrow morning in basically the terms of some fog and a little bit of drizzle. 61-degree dew point tomorrow will be in the 60s, I think even higher than that at times. And then first thing Thursday morning, you'll notice the mugginess. Then that humidity is swept away by a cold front and a shift in our overall weather pattern. Let's talk about that shift. Two dips in the upper level flow, one over the northern Rockies, another one over the desert Southwest. They're coming together. They'll be working with the cold front. Tomorrow, not much in terms of rain until we get to tomorrow evening. We'll have a decent amount of cloud cover tomorrow. After sunset, some scattered showers and a few thunderstorms, about 40% of our area getting hit. We are going to see that activity off and on through tomorrow night and even the first part of your Thanksgiving. Notice 7 a.m. areas of rain. And even if you're not getting hit by some of the passing showers Thanksgiving morning, it's still going to be damp. We'll have drizzle all across our area and just overall dampness for the first half of the day. Into the afternoon, that gets pushed southward. Sky will clear a little bit. So here's the breakdown for you. Tomorrow, 50s in the morning, 70s in the afternoon. A fine day to get ready for Thanksgiving. Then we get into some scattered showers after sunset. In the morning on Thanksgiving, windy, humid, drizzle, passing showers, brief thunderstorms, 66. We cool off by the afternoon, so it gets cooler throughout the day. Still gusty, winds up to 40 miles per hour, sky clearing a bit, and a drop in the humidity. So cold front making its presence known throughout the day. But morning activities, Thanksgiving, those turkey trots, those fun runs, looking damp and windy with those conditions changing. Saturday afternoon into Sunday morning, a few more scattered showers as well.
Maybe some Monday or muddy afternoon football games on Thursday too, Adam. Thanks.
All right, good stuff. Now we got to talk about the Spurs. No, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the fact that they're getting a lot of attention for what they're doing off the court, which, you know, if you're a Spurs fan, that's what you want to focus on.
Well, I'll tell you what, during the offseason, they took a tour of the city's west side with Manu Ginobili to learn about the culture. Well, now they're doing even more. They're giving back to that side of our community tonight. A Thanksgiving assist, we're calling it. And the Mules hope lucky number 13 is just that. Coming up. San Antonio Spurs may be struggling on the court this season, but off the court, they are NBA champions again for their help in making sure this Thanksgiving is a lot brighter for families on the city's west side. Spurs players Keldon Johnson, DeJounte Murray, Zach Collins, Bryn Forbes, David Vassell, and Derek White, joined by the Coyote, gathered at the Frank Garrett Center on the west side, along with volunteers from Spurs Sports and Entertainment, to distribute Thanksgiving meals to 200 deserving families and senior citizens. Thanks to the San Antonio Food Bank, with the turkeys provided by H-E-B. This is part of the Spurs season of giving.
it was almost one person who almost got emotional over it, and that just shows the impact that we have on the community. You know, it's huge being able to give back, and you can't really put it into words, you know, when you're able to change somebody's life like that or have an impact on somebody's life like that. It just makes you want to do more.
This is a no-brainer for me. You know, I'm happy, I'm thankful and grateful to be able to come out and give some of my time to, you know, these people.
All right, you take a look at this. Maybe that good karma will rub off tomorrow night and break out of that 5-game losing streak when the Spurs play host to Atlanta.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Dallas Cowboys have a quick turnaround following their disappointing 19-9 loss to the Chiefs in Kansas City, where they did not get into the end zone for the second time in the last 3 games. They now have to face the Raiders at home on Thanksgiving Day. Concerns running high over the health of star running back Ezekiel Elliott, who only carried the ball 9 times for 32 yards in Kansas City and was limited in his workouts on Monday. But today the Cowboys report he was a full participant. A bright star in the Cowboys' loss was the play of Michael Parsons. The rookie linebacker just keeps getting better. He now has a total of 8 sacks on the season, which ties DeMarcus Ware's rookie record, and they are still 7 games to play. And get this, 5.5 of those sacks have come in the last 3 games. What does Parsons attribute his success to?
Speed. Just got around the edge, hawked him down, and was able to get the ball out. Knew what hand he had the ball in, was able to punch it out, so I think that was a big play for the team.
All right, former Cowboys coach and player Jason Garrett has now been fired as the offensive coordinator of the New York Giants. Garrett held that job for less than 2 years. He was released today following the Giants' 30-10 loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Monday Night Football, dropping the Giants at 3-7. Head coach Joe Judge said today this is not a snap decision. Under Garrett, the Giants' offense has scored the fewest touchdowns of any team since the start of last season. He was hired in January 2020 after 10 seasons as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. The Alamo Heights Mules want to continue their undefeated streak. Next. Now that the UTSA Roadrunners have clinched their first ever Conference USA West Division title and the right to host the Conference USA Championship game on December the 3rd in the Alamo Dome, now the Roadrunners can complete their incredible season of first if they beat North Texas and Denton this Saturday afternoon and finish their season undefeated at 12-0. Roadrunners head coach Jeff Traylor, who has done such a fantastic job in just his second season at UTSA, said it the best: the Mean Green have a chance to ruin their perfect season, but the Roadrunners have a chance to ruin theirs. The Mean Green may be 5-6 overall, but they've won their last 4 games with like nothing better than to hand UTSA their only loss this season.
We're going to get their best, like we get every team. You know, they're going to lay it on the line for us, and you know, we're going to go in there and do the same. So it's going to be a great test for us, and we're just excited and ready for the game.
We're going to get their best shot, and as we have all season with every team, and you know, wouldn't want it any other way. They're a great ball team, and we're expecting a great game.
All right, kickoff Saturday in Denton set for 1 p.m. Congratulations to the Alamo Heights Mules and head coach Ron Ritteman. They made it through the regular season undefeated at 10-0, and now they have improved to 12-0 overall with back-to-back postseason wins. The number 2 ranked Mules in 12 South 12 and now defeated Ed Koch Elsa and Austin McCallum by a combined 108 points while giving up only 35. Now the Mules must get past 9-3 Marble Falls, who took 2 overtimes to get past Brenham 27-21 in week 1 of the postseason, and last week defeated Mission Veterans Memorial 35-13.
You know, it's kind of a pivotal point for us. We wanted to make sure that we could get past this point and keep going, you know. So we had great momentum in the game last week. Everybody was doing good. Everybody played well. And so hopefully we can keep that momentum going.
It's really exciting. We haven't done this in a while. Last year we got stopped in the second round and we were pretty sad and toughed it up. So this year we changed up a few things and made it past the third round.
All right, kickoff in Dripping Springs on Friday night is set for 7 p.m. and KSAT 12 Sports will be there. Now, to be clear of what's available on the BGC app, thanks to Texas Sports Productions, the Alamo Heights Marble Falls game in Dripping Springs will be audio-only broadcast. Navarro and Sinton and Bobcat Stadium in San Marcos will be video streaming. El Dorado and Falls City will be audio-only out of Cedar Park. And Saturday, the LBJ game against Bernie in the Alamo Dome will be audio-only Saturday at noon. And Central against Midland Christian Brownwood, 6 p.m. You can see that live on the app, video and audio as well. Not only is the number 1 and undefeated Brennan Bears third round playoff game against Austin Bowie the big game in our big game coverage this week, it's also the KSAT 12 Texas Sports Production game of the week. You can see it live on KSAT 12.2 starting at 7 o'clock this Friday night from Canyon Cougar Stadium in New Braunfels. We'll be very, very, very busy this holiday weekend.
Best of luck to the Bears and the Mules.
You got it.
We'll be right back.
So get ready for a damp and windy start to your Thanksgiving. Another round of rain late Saturday into Sunday.
Thank you, Adam. Don't forget, Good Morning San Antonio starts tomorrow at 4:30.
Have a great night.